today I have my friend, my business partner, my amazing real estate agent with me, Crystal Hogard.
Hello, Dolly. I'm so excited to be here with you.
I know. I'm excited to have you. This is so great. I think we've done more via Instagram together than we have kind of live, right? I mean,
100%.
I mean, our life is live and we're always chatting and we're always doing transactions together. But to be live like this is fun.
Yes, this is a little bit different of an element.
Yes.
We always do talks and education and all kinds of fun stuff together. But like this, yeah, this is fun. I'm excited.
Yes, exactly. So, Crystal.
Yes.
Besides the drive today, besides you having to be in your car for a little bit more than what you're used to in reference to time.
Like a lot more,
A lot
Marlena.
more,
Let's
I know.
be real.
I know. Oh, gosh, you have me cracking up.
But I love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I love you back. So tell us a little bit about your world, Crystal's world in the business industry, or in the real estate industry, in the business world, and of course your journey with EXP. Let's talk about it all.
Oh, how much time do we have? 'Cause
Yeah, right.
I can go on for hours. So you hit a lot of great bullet points. My number one excitement right now, of course, is EXP. I'm so excited to be there. I love the community. I love the structure. I don't know if there's anything that I don't love about it. It actually got me out of my comfort zone of being in an office with realtors. I share a workspace with business owners. So it has pushed me to be in this place that I've never been, that was very scary, physically, emotionally. And I can honestly say I feel stronger right now than I ever have in my business.
So basically, it was pushing you out of your comfort zone, right?
Yes.
So how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business over 20 years.
Okay.
So I started when I was 2.
Yes.
And I've never done anything else other than real estate.
Wow. Same with me.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I know that your team consists of yourself as a listing agent, and tell us about how you're structured. What does your team look like?
Yes. So the reason why I've been in the industry since I was 2 years old is, of course, my mother. So my mother is my side-by-side business partner. She is
amazing.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes. I am here only because of her. So the Crystal Grace real estate team, Crystal Grace Hogard real estate team, correction.
Yes.
For the DRE. So the Crystal Grace Hogard real estate team is it's the main structure is me and my mom. And then we have some lovely ladies on the team, some buyer's agents, and we are growing them to not only be buyer's agents, to be listing agents, to be amazing women, to be amazing people, and as well as, the EXP to grow their business as well. So very excited to grow our team.
And you're out of what area?
We are in Rancho Cucamonga.
How about that?
And we've been in Rancho Cucamonga for over 20 years. So back in the day, it was really funny. My parents are from LA, okay? And they moved to Rancho Cucamonga when nobody knew why Rancho Cucamonga even existed,
right.
Okay? So going to elementary school, you see the shepherds on Foothill. There was no 210 freeway.
Nothing, right? It was like vineyards everywhere, from what I understand.
It was a literally small town. So I say I was born, raised, eat, live Rancho Cucamonga. It's still my small little hometown that has blossomed to this amazing city that everyone wants to live in now.
Right. So I know your mom is a broker associate, right? And I know she's obviously it's a Crystal Grace team, right? So how does that fall into place with your mom? What part is she doing nowadays? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so she's doing a lot of mentoring. She's taking on the mom role. To be honest, she really, all of the clients call her mom. The team members call her mom. Friends and family call her mom because she really is that mama bear that just is protecting everyone, guiding everyone, and just being that soundboard for everyone.
That's amazing. I know. I think Grace is mainly the one I will talk to when we get in, in a file, right? Because she's had this many, many years of experience. And I know we kind of go through a file together and we kind of try to find the way to get a closing done. And sometimes we have issues. And so I know she and I go back and forth a lot. So I love working with Grace. So it's been amazing.
Yeah. I mean, 20 years in the industry, there's always something, right? And that's what I love about, again, the community of where I'm at is there's so many directions that we can go to ask and find out solutions. And that's really what we do as realtors. We are guides for our clients. And you're part of, our tribe. So
Yes.
Thank you so much for being that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love how we work together, how we can come up with the solutions, how we can go, okay, I'm having a bad day and I can pick up the phone and call you and vice versa. I think it's so good to have that camaraderie. I think it's good to build that team, everything that we have that we share together. I mean, it even goes, more personal. Tell us about like you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a mom. How do you manage it all? How do you, manage the girls? You have two beautiful daughters and such a widespread in age. So you're kind of all over the place. Tell us what that looks like.
Yeah, that's the thing about social media is no one puts out what's happening, that's going wrong or like the struggles. It's what you see on social media is all the fun and good stuff. But the reality of it is I wouldn't be where I'm at without my mom, without my dad, without my sister, and without my husband. I do have such a strong support group. My family is, of course, my why. My husband is extremely supportive of my business. My dad's extremely supportive. My whole family is very, very supportive. So whole life.
It takes a village, like literally, right?
It does.
They say, but it really is true.
It is. My home life, really, I'm very blessed to have a lot of help with my family. But it's chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Right.
It's chaos.
And then you throw the dogs in the mix and then you got even that much more chaos, right?
And then we have dogs, right? And they're family and sometimes when I work from home, it's harder to work from home with the dogs.
Right? Not the kids, the dogs.
The dogs. It's like, who decided to get this big old Bernedoodle?
Yes.
My husband.
Yeah.
So.
Let's blame him. I remember one thing that was funny when he just came home with you guys and he was eating socks like crazy. Is he still doing that?
No. No, he just eats whole chickens off the counter.
He'll jump up and grab the chickens.
And swallow them whole. And we're like, are you gonna die? Like, what?
Yeah, because
he'll be fine. And
right,
he's fine.
Right.
Like how things go from one end to the other is amazing.
It is amazing what happens in there.
Yeah.
So tell us all, like, what's your biggest strength? What would you say is your biggest strength? I mean, running a team is a lot, trying to implement certain things. And then, I know some catch on more than others. And then you kind of have to be diverse in where you go with your conversations, with leads, with this, with that. What does that look like? What's your strength?
I would say my strength is being in the industry for so long, building the skills, building the team. It's the whole package. It really is the whole package. Learning how to problem solve. Understanding, this is huge, that not even a lot of realtors understand. Understanding it is about what is best for the client. Like, period. What is best for the client? Like, as realtors, we get so emotionally involved and attached. And when you can really take yourself out of the equation, because it's not about you, it's about the client. It's like really digging in to their why. It's like, if that's not what's for them, then we have to be that guide for them.
Absolutely. You're creating that space. You're holding that space for them so you can guide them in the right direction of what their needs are. I think it's more, if you'd agree, it's listening. We become, listening. I become a listener for you and try to help you with certain situations as you do for your clients, right? So it's just more being open to listen to what the needs really are.
And it's hard to listen. There's a saying that God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. But if you really take a step back and just listen, you'll be surprised on what you actually really hear versus just, listening to speak versus listening to understand. I'm just in this space right now of growth and mindset that I've never, and it's because of my community that it's the last couple of years I've been in this space. And that's probably my strength, is just being in this space, being that guide for my clients is, when things go wrong, just giving them that expectation up front. Remember, we talked about this, and it's going to be okay, because buying and selling a home is it's very extremely emotional. And I don't care if it's an investment property. Even for investors, you're talking about money, finances. It's very emotional. So if we can be that strength, that it just gives us that much more power to have that strength for our clients.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Now, what about hobbies? What do you do outside? I know you work a lot. I mean, you are like dusk till dawn. Like you literally, like you're always working. I think you call me earliest in the morning.
I had to stop myself. Like,
I think you know that I'm going to be available is why. You're like, okay, I have something going on. Can I just run this by you? But what about hobbies? What do you like to do on your spare time if and when there is? I know you guys camp, so that could be one of them, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's my husband's hobby. I'm a camper through marriage because I love my husband and I want to stay married.
Right.
So, hobbies, I love to see other people happy. Is that weird?
No,
it's
not weird. I think that's great.
And I
other
might be a
people
little
successful.
Yeah.
Other people, and maybe their growth because maybe you're helping them. I think that hits home really, really well.
And I also like a clean house.
That could be a hobby, is cleaning the house.
Like that, it makes me happy to clean. I don't know if I'm weird, but it makes me happy to clean. So when I have downtime, I'm like, what can I organize? What can I clean?
Well, that could be your moment of the space that Crystal needs for herself, outside of the kids and being a wife and your family, because you are so close, so to your extended family. I think that could be that place where you go, this is just, let me just OCD clean because this makes me feel good. This makes me feel comfortable, right? And maybe that's the release that you need.
Yeah, I like making things look pretty. So, you can all, I feel like if I would probably be that person that would buy furniture at yard sales and make them look pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Because I like making,
as a hobby. There you go.
If I had more time.
Yes.
That's probably what I would do. Because I like making old things new.
But keeping that old feel, right? That's so amazing. The antique stores and all those great places that you can go find all these refurbished goods.
I love old stuff. Yeah.
Some people make that a hobby for real. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah. It takes a little talent, a little bit of an eye for that, which I'm not sure I have, but I love it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So what's working in your business right now? I know you're super busy all the time. What can you say is really, really working?
Right now the market's interesting. It's very interesting. So what I would say is working for us and the team is showing up. And it can be that easy. I think you even gave me a statistic of some crazy number of how many realtors have not even renewed their license.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad. There's two parts of it. There's agents that get their license. They think that being a realtor is part-time and you live this fabulous life. But the reality of it is it's quite the opposite.
Right.
You have to know what pair of shoes to wear on the right day because you could be walking in mud in your heels on a construction site, or you could be wearing tennis shoes and then you need to go, show up to $1 million listing appointment. So
yes,
it's quite the opposite. And so I think what's working, I can't say it enough, is the community. Is being in this place where we have a strong mindset. We're speaking positive words. That's something I'm really, really focusing on, is watching what I say. You can't control your first thought, but you can control your second. So when you show up, you have a good attitude, you're ready for the day. I think it passes on to your peers. And when you're on the phones and you're talking, and
people can feel the energy. You know what I mean? Just as you're describing. Like if you come in and you've got your team there and you're in a down dumper mood, it'll just release onto them. That's not a good place to be, right? You know, in my business, you know, as you know, going into offices as I do, if I bring that bad energy, I'm going to put you in a dumper mood, you know? So yeah, I think it's super important to be, you know, on your game and be happy. I mean, we're living this great life. What's there not to be happy about, right? We have to
we're
be
so
grateful
blessed.
for this. Yes.
We're so blessed. And that's, you know, when things are going wrong, it goes back to gratitude. You know, things go wrong every single day. Even my 8-year-old, you know, she's upset in the morning because things don't go right, and I have to stop and say, okay, all right, Stella, so tell me 3 things you're grateful for. And this is the exercise I go through with my family. Okay. But, you know, my 8-year-old, she like totally, it puts her in her place.
I love that.
You have a house over your head. You have a roof. You have a closet full of beautiful clothes. You have a mom and dad, and not everyone have that. And that's where she's like, okay. And so, you know, it goes back to showing up. You know, you just put yourself back in that state of gratitude. I'm not saying that everything's always butterflies and rainbows, but we are so blessed. And that's where I give myself a second, you turn it off, you move on, and you're grateful. So what's working in the business is showing up, having that positive mindset, being on the phones, talking to people, and that smile that we carry, it comes through. There are so many times where I'm talking to people and they're grumpy, and then I don't give in. And I love when I successfully can turn someone like that's kind of grumpy to thank you, or what was your name again? You were so great to speak to.
Because think about that customer. They're getting a lot of calls. So you've got to bring this energy, right? You've got to make them know, like, I want to talk to Crystal again, right? And you do have that phone energy. I've heard you 101 times. And when you call me, if I'm down in the dumper, I'm never going to let you know that. However, you bring me up. You know, it's that voice, it's that excitement. It's, you know, it's what you do. So I think that's awesome.
You even
that's a
posted
gift.
that. I got a lot of people talking about that one video you reposted of me where I was on my little wakeboard.
Amazing.
Motion creates energy. So I like to stay moving. I have a treadmill underneath my desk, and it's like if you continuously or if you're moving,
yes,
you create the energy that we need to do our job. Yeah. Again, real estate is so emotional. So we have to have that that energy.
The energy, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I'll never forget that day walking in and you were just going on the phone and moving in that little format that you were doing. It was the most amazing thing. I just love seeing it when it comes up on memories. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm always trying to find ways to change it up, you know, because it is very repetitious what we do. Repetitive is just being on the phones, problem solving. It can be emotional, highs, lows. So, you know, I'm finding ways to be creative with keeping my body moving.
Yes. Tell us about your sphere really quick. Are you really hitting that to the full capacity of what you should be doing? Are you always talking to people wherever you go about real estate? Tell us a little bit about your, like, every day I'm out, you know, not working today per se, but I'm working.
That's so funny that you say that. That's where my mom and I are very yin and yang. So my mom she's not on the phones. She's not prospect. She is at the donut store. Here's my card.
I love it. Yes. So that's good.
Yes. I am big on the phones. So I feel I've come, you know, to the point where it's like, I feel like when I walk away from my office, I've done my job. I've spoken to who I need to speak to. When I go home, I want to be present with my family, and I don't want to have to feel like I have realtor, you know, across.
Imprinted, yeah.
I do have to shift that, though, a little bit in my mindset. Everything's about mindset, right? So my coach, she kind of, she tested me a little bit and said that I have to talk to like outside of my office, that I have to give my card to 10 people a day. That was challenging for me. It was very challenging. So because I feel like I'd rather bother someone over the phone than like in person, but it got me out of my comfort zone. And that's what I'm all about, is getting out of your comfort zone. So I'm working on being both, is just being that natural, I'm a realtor, in and out of the office. But there have been times where like, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I heard you going through that. This is just my opinion. You know, here's my card in case you want to give me a call. But there are so many memes on the internet about like sitting next to someone at the table and you're like, again, I just feel like when I'm in work mode, I'm in work mode. I'd rather door knock and talk to homeowners than like kind of interrupt someone in their like space. But that's where me and my mom are yin and yang, because my mom's like, you get a card. You get a card. Everybody gets a card. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so awesome. Well, you sound amazing, and you are amazing, and I know that you love what you do. How can one get a hold of you for your services? How can someone find Crystal?
I'm really hard to get a hold of. I'm really hard to find. So I'm just kidding. Literally, if you Google my name, I pray to God that I should be like top 3. But my Instagram is Crystal Sells Homes. You can find me there. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube. Just Crystal Hogard Real Estate. Where else? Facebook, Crystal Hogard. I have my personal page, and then I have my private, personal, and then my business. The business is Crystal Grace Hogard Real Estate Team. I mean, we should be almost on every platform. So if you guys like try to find me and I'm not there, let me know, because I should be there.
Easy to find. Easy to find.
Easy to find.
Yes.
I pick up my phone, answer my text messages.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Well, thanks for meeting with me today. This is always fun to hang out with you.
I absolutely love hanging out with you. You are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm always so thankful for your support too. Yeah.
Always here.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I love you.
Cheers.